All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of
Candid Cleaning Conversations. How you
And
doing?
today we have Javier.
Yeah, how's
All
it
right.
going?
So, Javier, what's the name of your cleaning company?
Yes.
It's called Tidy Home Cleaning Services.
Tiny Home Cleaning Services. All
Tidy.
right, cool,
It's,
cool.
it's not just a
Tidy,
small houses. It's all types of houses, not tiny.
tidy.
Yeah,
I got
tidy.
you. I
Yeah.
got you. Where are you located at?
Houston, Texas.
Okay, so you in
Mm.
Texas. All right.
Yes,
So I
ma'am.
don't know much about your business. I know you filled out the form online to become a guest on the show. So we
Mm.
just want to interview you on the spot. We want to know about your business and how did you get started?
Well, I'm actually I have an accounting business with my family, CFO services. We help build up businesses and keep up with their bookkeeping and financials and all that stuff. My wife and her mom, they've been cleaning houses for so long, and her mom got pregnant, and then I'm like, wait, I'm pretty sure my wife is gonna get pregnant soon too. So I'm like, we got to do something about making sure that they got money coming in even if they're not physically working.
Mm,
So I'm like, all right, baby, let's get you a business. Let's get you and your mom a business, and let's get that started. And so it's been so it started January 1st, 2023. Um,
okay.
I That's when it officially started. But I've been preparing, watching your videos along with AJ and all these other great people providing amazing content um,
Mm,
for free. Um, I was studying up on you guys for like 3 months, and before I actually started the business, I spent 3 months creating the website and just procedures and all this other stuff, and yeah, it took 3 months, and then we finally got started in January.
I
wow.
love it. I love it. So what has been like your most challengeable thing just starting your cleaning business?
Me not being able to clean.
Okay. So you didn't have any experience whatsoever in the cleaning industry. You
Not
just
at
was
all.
like, listen, I'm gonna jump in here and try to get some money. It was
Absolutely.
money. It was a play for you.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
good. You was like, well, it's either gonna work or because it's gotta work. It's no failure. Like it's gotta work. That's good. That's
Well, at least
good.
you got
Mhm.
started. That's the
Yeah.
Oh
good
yeah.
thing. So you have your wife and your kids helping you out with it.
No, my mother-in-law, that's how we started it off. But we've been hiring people now.
Okay.
Um, so I'm trying to get them to get out of cleaning. I'm trying to get myself out of cleaning too, because you see these hairs leaving in everywhere. I got to clean it up again.
You just started in January. He
Right.
already ready to get out.
Right. Oh
I've
my
been
goodness.
ready.
How many people do you have on your team so far?
Employees, technically three. I don't include myself because I'm not I'm not an employee. So I have three employees and four contractors.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's a it's a steady climb.
How is that working with
Wow.
employees and contractors?
I take care of my employees first. I give them all the work that they can handle, and then
Right.
um, if if there's something else that I need to be filled, but I don't have anybody else to fill it, I'll just I'll pay
Contract.
the highest dollar amount so that I can make sure it gets taken care of. And yeah.
That's good. That's good. So what makes you different from everybody else? Because sometimes that you don't want to base everything just off of a dollar because sometimes people will go to somebody else if they're going off of the dollar. So what do you do as far as building your company culture to make people to stay?
Make people stay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
uh Nothing. Honestly, um so it's if people don't have a full-time job, they're gonna be like, I kind of want to go because I'm not making enough money. So it's like, I understand that. It's you really in the beginning you just really got to sell the vision, because that's really the only reason why they would stay with you in the first place if they're not getting the hours.
Right.
Yeah.
You just got to sell them the vision, and those are the ones that are gonna help you build. But so far I probably have like 2 employees that are buying into the vision, and of course, whenever we start getting more work, I'm gonna pay them more. Obviously, being able to provide more hours. But no, it's been pretty high turnover rate. To be honest, it's been I probably
Good.
had like 4 people leave already within the last 3 months.
Mhm.
Um, just because they're not getting their hours, and I understand that, but can't let that.
Can't let it stop you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
Stop you. It got to
that's
push
right.
you to get more clients.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm
How
saying?
how have you been finding your workers? Like, what do you do to find them?
Well, people just been finding me out of nowhere. They call me and I'm like, how did you hear about my company? Because I search up my own company. I'm like, I'm nowhere to be found on Google.
What?
Nowhere to
What?
be found. Unless you search up my name, that's the only way I'm found. But I'm like on the bottom of the list. So
Wow.
so at that point it's just God just sending these people, because there's no way that they're that they're finding me. Um
Are you on Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah, like
anything?
any
Like,
type of social media.
Facebook, no, literally just started Instagram 2 weeks ago. So
What?
starting, yeah, yeah.
so they're just literally searching on Google and they happen to find your website.
Somehow, yes. That's what
Wow.
I'm saying is God, because there's no other way.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. So you're not doing any marketing. It's just more so just people finding you in word of mouth.
Yeah.
You're
No,
not.
I mean, not even word of mouth,
What?
because not even because again, people been leaving, so it's like they're not gonna tell their friends like, hey, come join this company, because they're not gonna have any hours.
Right.
Um, so yeah, people just called up, and I actually just started
Mhm.
uh putting an ad on what's that called, ZipRecruiter. um
Mhm.
so I've been getting a lot of people calling in. The last I actually started it about 24 hours ago, and there's already 30 people that I got a call to
Mm.
schedule an interview.
How much
um
is that ad
Yeah.
for
how much is the
ZipRecruiter?
ad?
Yeah, on
Yeah.
ZipRecruiter.
For the premium, they gave me a 15% discount if I don't do the trial. So it was $385 for the month. I think if it's not, I think without the discount, it's about 420-ish dollars, something like that,
Mm.
per month. But I mean, yeah, if you're
Yeah.
honestly, if you're looking for people, $300, that's nothing. It's,
Mm.
if you're making $300 in a day, you know, that's it's worth it. It's definitely the
Most,
investment.
most definitely. Most
I'm glad you
definitely.
said that. That was a bar. Because a
Yeah.
lot of they'll be
They'll
$300.
be acting like
Good
$300
Lord, that's
is
a
too
lot of money.
much. Yeah.
I'm like, do
Yeah.
you want to make $1 million a year or what?
Exactly.
On. You gotta spend
Exactly.
some money, you guys. Stop
Right.
being afraid. I got
Right.
people that are scared to spend money on general liability
Yeah.
insurance, workers' comp. Oh God, it's too much. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
not ready to be a business owner.
Yeah.
And
Nah, if anything happens.
killing it right now
Hmm.
because you only been in business for like 3 years. I'm sorry, not 3 years, but 3 months.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's into existence. You're gonna be in business for a long
You
time.
only been in business for 3 months and
Hmm.
you're already at the outsourcing stage.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
People
That's
don't do that.
fast.
It's because I'm cheating though.
What
It's
you mean? What do you call
Why would
cheating?
you be cheating?
because I have a full-time job with my family.
Uh-huh.
So and I'm not my wife and I are not getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Um so my income is able to sustain us, thank God, for in the meantime, while we reinvest that money that we would be making,
Right.
we just don't pay ourselves, and we just put it back into the company and keep grinding it out. Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
that's not cheating. I feel like that's the
Best way to
way
go.
to do it.
Yeah.
It's
Because
so stressful though. Oh my gosh.
so it is
Yeah.
the hardest part is really trying to find those qualified candidates that you
Right.
can trust to do the job.
Right.
Yeah.
Because what's going on? What happens whenever that qualified candidate that you thought was qualified ain't so qualified, and they go out there and screw up? What happens next?
That's on me. That's on
True.
me. And yeah, gotta let him go, possibly if it was bad. But yeah.
So then you have to go out there and do a job that you ain't even skilled to do.
Right.
You
I
the best.
mean, I wouldn't say I'm not skilled. I've been picking up some good skills. I'm pretty good. I'm just slow.
Okay, because you like
Oh,
to pay
man.
attention to detail and stuff like that, right?
I mean, no, I'm just slow. I mean, I pay attention to detail, but man, my wife, if I go with my wife, she just says, "Get out the way," because you're slowing me down. I'm like, I can't
Oh
do
my God.
nothing.
Wow.
OMG. That's
Still
crazy.
feel like you guys are you moving pretty fast.
At a good pace. At a
Right.
very good
Right.
pace.
So talk to me about your company culture and what is keeping people staying with you. I noticed you said earlier in the interview that you have a culture, right? You have
Right.
some sort of way that you're keeping the people that are staying with you. Well,
Mm,
what is that way?
Right.
well, again, just selling the vision. Um, and also, since I'm cheating again, that I've to help me retain some employees that I've really liked. I've offered them a salary, even though they uh they probably work like, I don't know, 25, 30 hours a week. I pay them what, $588. No, I pay them $546 a week, even though they don't really earn it.
Mm.
Um, so that's just helping to get them to stay while I find more clients for them to actually earn it. So that's coming out of the money that I would be paying myself
Right.
but again, this is an investment I'm trying to grow as quickly as possible. So I'm doing whatever I can to boost that up.
Mm.
Wow. I love
That's the
it.
first time I heard someone say that.
Yeah.
It's you already have the right mindset. I'm gonna let you know that
That's
right
the
now
first thing.
because that's what I do. Um, that's what I did from the jump. From the beginning when I started to outsource. I noticed that my time was very valuable, and I would rather pay somebody. I don't care if it's to go across town to put some tissue in an Airbnb. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
At all.
So if it's money in the account, somebody else is gonna do it for this money. What's the dollar amount? I can buy somebody's time.
Please.
I'm
And
not
thank
gonna do
you.
it. So
Yeah.
when I started to get that mind frame of I'm not gonna do it, I'm gonna pay for somebody else's time, my business slowly started to scale because I needed to then use that time not to play around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because sometimes as we're growing as business owners, we could get a little
Comfortable.
relaxed, a little comfortable. I went through my comfortable stage. Trust me, it's a floating stage that you're going to hit when the money starts coming in. You think you made it, honey, but no, 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 no. You still got to work.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Right.
I've been through my little comfortable stage, and I had to shake myself off and say, you know what, I got to get back in here and get to work because things are going to start. Things started to fall for me,
Right.
So, and that's a whole nother story. But what I'm trying to say is, you realize the fact that you had to make an investment. You look at that 500 that you paying them a week, even though you don't look at it like you losing in paying them extra money. You look at it as this is an investment that I'm trying to make. No
Mm-hmm.
different than when we send people. I send people to my mom's house or I send them to my friend's house if we don't have no work for them. They can go clean my mom's house or they can go clean auntie house or
She ain't
I'm gonna
lying.
try to keep you busy.
That's
Okay.
funny.
Now, my mom not paying for no cleaning service. I'm paying for it.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's an investment. Okay. It
Man.
gets her house clean too for a lower price.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's the mindset that I had to develop.
The light bulb just went off. He like, man,
Yeah.
look, I should do that. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you got to do
Totally.
something. Have them clean your house. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Just do something to
Keep
kind of
them
keep them
busy.
busy, if you have a good one. Okay, now
Mhm.
you can't do everybody like that, but if I find a good one that's reliable, they show up to work, I mean, people have a family, they got families to feed.
Right.
So if I had the revenue in my bank account, I'm gonna keep you busy. I'll find something for you to do. Trust me.
Right.
You're
Mhm.
gonna do something. I don't care if you gotta wash my car, vacuum my car. You gonna find I'm gonna find something for them to do for
Right.
$150. I'll keep them busy. Just don't leave me. If that's how I feel about your A players.
Mhm.
Okay, you gotta keep them busy, man. Gotta
I
keep them
do
busy.
I do got a quick question for you, Javier. Like, I must say I commend you for even getting started because a lot of people they talk a lot and they don't get started because they feel like this is a hard job, which it is. But mentally, if you have the right mindset, you will be all right, especially
Mhm,
with a good support system and a good mentor,
mhm.
that
Yes.
you're able to rely on. So just mentally, how are you able to sustain everything? You know what I mean? Balancing everything with family and, how are you able to do it all?
Mm.
Man, I
Oh,
spend a lot of time praying. No, no, the last 6 months I've been working like 17 hours a day. So
Wow.
I don't know if you can see my Louis Vuitton bags over here.
oh, wow.
Oh, you take these glasses off, honey.
No,
Man.
I'm always tired, but I just to keep my mental from going insane. A lot
Mhm.
of time in prayer, a lot of time. I mean, that's it. Uh, that's it. I have
Hey,
nothing
For
else.
real.
ain't
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it. But like, okay, so how are you like what is your hiring process like? Like or what systems are you using to attract people in besides, them just finding you?
No, I haven't. I literally just started 2 weeks ago. Well, no, yesterday. No, literally yesterday. I started a ZipRecruiter ad,
Okay.
and that ZipRecruiter ad I started it about 24 hours ago. There are 30 candidates that I need to go reach out to. Um, and then for work, for
Mm,
finding clients, um, I've been on Turno. I just I got a lot of people that I talk to. I'm like, hey, let me clean something. Let me send my team. Let me show you what we're about. Um, Sometimes it was free, sometimes it was half off, sometimes whatever. But just getting that out there so that people can be like, oh yeah, these guys did a great job. I'm gonna refer them out. And card magnets are pretty good too. They're only like a hundred bucks or something.
Okay.
Um, those are helpful. And also, um, I we don't just specialize in one type of cleaning. We do all types of cleaning. So the fact that we've been able to say, hey, we do post construction, we do this, we do that, we do that. That's been able to widen the pool of potential clients. And it's funny because never knew anything about any of these industries. Like I had to find out the hard way that post construction and
Mm.
Airbnb, STR cleaning, and all these types of cleans are all different. So,
yeah.
so I'd be lying my butt off. I'm like, oh yeah, we do that.
Hey, fake it till you make it. I mean, that's
Yes.
how you gain it. I
That's
mean,
how I started off.
Yeah.
right. I
You
mean, that's what we
know,
do.
that's how I when I got my first school, I was like, they was like, do you got a team to handle this? I was like,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
sure.
Sure.
Yes.
Not a
yes.
problem.
Yeah. Right, right, right,
That
right,
is, I'm telling you, that is where the beginner entrepreneurs start
right,
off at.
right.
You gotta say yeah and then figure it out.
Just
Figure
figure it
it
out.
out.
Figure it out.
I,
And that's what we
man,
did. We
Mhm.
won
yeah.
the account. We figured it out. We figured out the numbers. It worked good. The profit was wonderful. Everybody was happy at the end of
Yeah.
the day. And it was a
Yeah.
great learning experience.
Yeah, and I must say, it's a hard job because I know that you said that you deal with far as what you guys do before you went into the cleaning industry. You
Mhm.
guys are able to, bookkeeping, and what are some things that you found that was able to help you transition to the cleaning business? Because a lot of people suffer with not having a bookkeeper. Would you suggest that a person should have a bookkeeper from the beginning, or do you feel like it's not necessary because they don't have any clients?
From the beginning, nah, you could do that yourself. You just got to make the time for it. I mean, let's say you go clean from, I don't know, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., whatever. Spend the next 2 hours or hour, 30 minutes, whatever, working on your bookkeeping, just keeping your book straight. I mean,
Right, right.
as
So I
long
think
as you keep it up.
on books.
I'm sorry?
You do your own books?
Yeah.
Of course you do. So it's like a common mistake that you see a lot of people make, like just with looking over books.
um, just I guess not categorizing things correctly, missing out on expenses. For example, um, let's say you do Airbnb cleaning and you buy supplies for a client. And let's say you want to keep some toilet paper for yourself, you can say you went to the store, you can buy yourself some toilet paper, buy some for yourself personally and buy some for your client, and just say it was all for your client, and you can help
You
help
already know
you. Yeah, you can
You,
cook
you
your
know
books a
what I
little
mean?
bit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then
stuff like that. Cleaning supplies, obviously, you can buy some for your company and buy some for yourself personally. Buy yourself a couple sponges for your own sink. Um, you know, help you out like that. But I mean, yeah, just categorizing correctly and missing out on expenses is probably the biggest issues.
what I will agree, because a lot of the newcomers, they don't know exactly what are tax write-offs, and sometimes you may misclassify things that you might be able to write off, and then some things you might can't write off. But what are some things that you know for a fact, okay, just pertaining to your business, that you can write off?
Um, anything anything that you use for your business. If it's a pencil that you're writing with for business, um, I mean anything you can do anything. There's the conference that you're gonna be going to, right? You're gonna
Yes,
the plane ticket,
yes.
hotel, all that stuff. Like whatever that you're using for your business, you can do that. Obviously, don't go crazy. Don't go on a trip to Hawaii and
buy.
I was just going to say that Dubai. Yeah, this.
yeah. I mean, unless it's a conference over there, you can look for a conference over there.
That's true. It can't be the Beyonce concert
Okay,
in
because that's what
Dubai.
we don't know now. Like,
You know.
you sitting in a
unless
big
unless
guy
you're taking unless
business.
you're taking a client out or something to a Beyonce concert.
You
You
tell
know what
that to the
I'm
IRS.
I want to know how you're going to explain that to the IRS. Why is this client to the beehive? We were just
Well,
having a
if
great
you're a
experience.
promoter, like
Nah, it's a meals and entertainment. It's the only way that I could. It's the only way that I could obtain this one client is if I took him to a Beyonce concert. It's the only way. If I
Yeah.
didn't take him to a Beyonce concert, then they wouldn't have been my client.
Wow. So, do you have like a phone service like for your business? Like, who answers the phone to like respond to any like one kind of book or anything like that? Like, who responds?
It's me and my wife. But I'm trying to get out of that ASAP because too many phone calls now, too much texting. Now I have to have my wife driving the car all the time while I sit in the car just texting.
don't
Oh.
feel
But
bad. That's my
That,
world.
yeah, we do that too, so don't feel bad. I mean, many a times, always sending contracts off, trying to send invoices off. It's a constant thing. But
That's
what?
how we roll right now.
Yes,
We
like
gotta we
literally to this
literally have a
day.
laptop for the car. I
Yes,
yeah,
usually do the majority of the driving, and she's sending off contracts while we
yeah.
drive. It don't matter.
yes,
We're on the road and we bring our office everywhere we go.
right,
We
right.
don't miss nothing.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
not missing no money.
So
When
what
when
would
are you
go ahead, go ahead.
when are you guys gonna send that out to somebody else?
What you mean? Saying what?
The contracts and everything, like, so that you guys don't have to do much work. You
Oh
guys
well, we're
want
looking for somebody right now. It's just,
Mhm.
it's just like it's just like hiring people, for your team. It's
Yeah.
like a dime a dozen. You just have to make sure strategically that you choose the right person, because a lot of people say they can do stuff, but they really
Like us.
do it. You know what I'm saying? Because people will
Yeah.
tell you they can clean, they'll be like, yeah, 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 and they
Yeah.
can't clean. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
So
Yeah.
that hiring, well, I'm beginning to notice that hiring the contractors part, it's difficult,
yes,
but it's even more difficult when you start trying to outsource the office stuff,
yeah,
you
because
know,
that's more a little
because
bit
then
personable.
you got to find people that you can really trust, because these are people that got to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Right.
Like, you got to find somebody that's not going to be discussing your back end
Mm.
secret with the team and with everything else, because
Yeah.
your company could be in shambles if the wrong information get
Oh
out and
yeah, for
interpreted and
Right.
sure.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'm kind of taking my time with letting certain positions go in other people's hands.
Hmm.
We did hire a quality control
Yeah, we did do that.
lady, and she is a general manager, but it's only Pacific. She's more so for um, she more so works in the field, like on the outside. She's in control of everything that we can't touch.
Right.
So she's going to the Airbnb, she's going to the move in, move out, she's talking to the clients, she's out there in the field for us doing the running around.
Mm.
If
Right.
I need someone to go do a walkthrough, she's gonna do the walkthrough and look at and take pictures, take notes, bring everything back to us, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
While we can sit in the office and do what we do best. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
looking forward to that part.
We mainly
Yes.
handle I'm good at sales. So I'm in the sales department. I handle the money. I'm not I don't think I'm ready to let it all the way go in somebody else's hand yet.
Yeah.
We deal with billing. Somebody jack up your bills,
Oh,
billing,
you
and
too.
oh my God, if somebody jacks up your billing, we are through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to be very, very careful about who we bring in on and sit in these two chairs. You
Right.
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I understand. Hmm.
it's a lot, and I feel like we're slowly putting together the system now, because
Mhm.
we will eventually outsource it,
Right.
Yeah.
but we're just taking our time with documenting the system, because our process isn't an easy process. I think we've made it complicated.
Mhm.
Us. When you have something that's easy for us to explain, but then when you have to document that shit and then give it to somebody else, it's like, oh, they gonna probably quit.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
Yeah.
gonna get confused.
Yeah.
But we get it because we've been doing it for years. We know this client's she's gonna pay late. You know, so I mean, we know our people. We know. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
But that's what we do. That's what me and Miss Tamika are in here doing. We're mainly billing and in the sales department.
Right. Right.
That's what we do.
And I know you did say that you have employees and contractors. So
Yeah.
are you able to balance the two, like far as your contractors? Do you have them have the opportunity to wear a t-shirt like that you have? Like, how are you able to balance the two?
I haven't thought about that. Um, regarding, t-shirts, polos, whatever, apparel. Um, I have aprons for my employees, with the logo and everything. But as far as contractors, I only give them Airbnbs, and they don't get in touch with my clients at all. And so since nobody's there, they're just there by themselves cleaning. I don't care what they do, as long as they do a good job and
Okay.
don't steal, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay. So do you
Wow.
have like a process where you send out something far as a review? Like, how does that work? Like with your clients?
Yeah. How do you go about getting reviews?
Oh, I bother the heck out of them. Uh after a booking, I just send an automated message, uh
Hmm.
saying,
You got
hey, thanks for, leaving the tidy to us, and blah 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 blah. Here are some links so you can leave reviews, and then it says it's automated, but it's me.
Now there are some things, some systems you can use to help
Right.
you automate that.
Yeah.
Um, I know that Square is one, if you run all your Airbnbs through Square, I usually run all mine through Square, and you can integrate Square with QuickBooks too.
Right.
But Square has a system built inside it that will automatically send all your clients, your recurring clients. Okay, so you can set it to where if you have a one-time client, you have to tell it to send, because you want to be able to send the message to a recurring client, because a recurring client most likely won't give you a 1 star.
Yeah.
And your service got to be somewhat good. They keep coming back. So I have mine set up to where if they bought from us 3 times, send them the review, and keep sending it to them until they leave us a review.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I do. Actually, I have something to say about Square. The only time that I use card, except credit card transactions, are residentials. For all of my um, commercial clients, or I mean, just property managers, like bigger businesses, not individuals, I make them pay me through EFT transfers, um, or Zelle, because that 3% adds up. If you're making $1 million and that 3% is $30,000, that's another employee right there, or that's a bonus.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
so
man. Yeah,
Wow.
that's good. And that's another great question. Like, do you ever have any like issues with like collecting payment from clients or anything like that?
um nah, I haven't. I had one actually this week. She just didn't pay me $60. I'm like, whatever.
Oh,
But
get you
after,
the
huh?
60.
Yeah, just $60. But I was thinking about going back to the Airbnb and just undoing my work. So
Don't get yourself in trouble now.
Right.
But
no, it's just putting a little, just emptying out the vacuum. But
put
no.
ketchup all over the place. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So so it was a $60 job.
Yeah.
How did you outsource a $60 job?
yeah. How
No,
did you?
that one I didn't know. That was my employee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So your
Makes sense.
employee got $60.
No, that job was $60. I pay my employees uh $17 an hour, and it only takes 2 hours to do a one bed, one bath Airbnb. So it's $34 for the employee, and the rest is hours.
How many Airbnbs, how much work are you giving them a day?
Right. For them to do.
Um it depends. It depends. Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays are the busiest days, so they'll get a full day. Um, but every other day, it might be a hit or a miss. But I'm glad that you mentioned, you'll find work for them, because I'm gonna do that too,
Yeah,
just to keep them busy, get them paid. Um, you know, yeah.
yeah.
So I
Because
appreciate that.
Yeah, especially
my
if they good workers. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to keep them
I want to
busy.
I
keep them. Yeah.
tell people that, well, I try to understand I started off doing the whole employee, world.
Mhm.
And I do know that it can be hard paying $17 an hour, and just having one unit for them to do. That's like $35, you said. You would have to have something else for them to do, because nobody's gonna keep coming to work for $35. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And the thing with Airbnbs is they have to be turned between 11
11
and
and 3.
4
Yeah.
a lot of times. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Unless you got a rollover unit, and they can do the rollover unit because nobody's checking in, so
Mhm.
they can hit one and then do the rollover.
Yeah.
But you got to have like a shitload of Airbnbs in order to keep
I
somebody
mean,
full if you plan on doing that play.
right.
So either that, or like what else would you have for them to do? Like, do you have like any move outs? Our move outs usually start at 9 o'clock, right?
Mhm.
So even doing a move out in an Airbnb can be tricky, because a move out clean is that's a pretty full day, unless you got a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and you have a 1 bedroom Airbnb.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then you got to calculate the time frame, and how far is this Airbnb from this move out. it can get a little complicated.
Yeah.
So, um, for your contractors, what type of jobs are you giving your contractors? Do they have Airbnbs?
So that's what I'm trying to do. I personally, I hope my clients don't watch this. No, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. Um, okay. I want to personally get out of Airbnb cleaning and sub it all out.
Mm-hmm.
I want to sub all of that out because the money's there. It's just a lot of responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
and so I want to get as many Airbnbs as I can and sub them all out, and then have my actual employees do the commercial post construction, residential, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's what I'm working towards right now.
Okay.
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 Okay. That's good. Do you send out service agreements? And I mean, how does that process work when you onboard a client?
Um, I haven't done that yet, but I haven't. Not that I haven't had a need to, but everybody's been paying. There's been no complaints. We've all agreed through writing, not
Mm-hmm.
not through an official, you know, uh,
Agreement through
agreement, but
through like
texting,
email,
emails.
word of mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So until there's a problem, it's because I have so much to do. I get so tired of I mean, I just work all day. I work all day, so I'm like, I don't have time for that, you know. Right,
Yeah,
right now it's good. It's working out the way it is. Yeah.
it never stops. It
Yeah.
never stops. Like people would think that because you're trying to quit like your 9 to 5, your average 9 to 5, that you're gonna work for your own self, but you tend to work more hours working for yourself than you do for a 9 to 5 because you got to put in that footwork. Because you know you
Mhm.
want to build your company to a place where you want to create that generational wealth. So I, like I said, I must commend you for even getting started because a lot of people don't even do what you have done because a lot of people tend to make excuses saying, oh, well, I can't get started because of this and I can't get started because of that. So,
Mhm.
man,
I would say keep your 9 to 5
yes, definitely.
because it's nothing wrong with running a 9 to 5 and doing but you need that cushion because if you
Correct.
quit the 9 to 5 now, you're
You're
going to be
solely going to
solely,
relying on your company.
and that that can be a little damaging, because now you gotta eat off of this too. You
Right,
know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it can be a little hard. That's one of the things that I did.
right,
My very last job, I was a caregiver. And when my patient passed away, I had no choice but to make the transition.
right.
See, I was juggling both worlds, but when she passed away, I was a full-time business owner at that
Yeah.
point, and luckily I was making enough money to take care of all my bills and take care of the employees and run the company,
Hmm.
but still I'm eating off of the company's, I'm living off of my company at this point.
Yeah.
So still messed up my cash flow a little bit. And on top of that, when you come from the hood like me, you don't have good money management skills. So all that money coming in, me not really understanding commingling accounts and stuff. I'm just like thinking I'm balling and stuff
Right,
and doing a lot of
right,
stuff I
right.
shouldn't have been doing. Led to drama, led to me having to close the whole company down. Okay. But it was a great learning experience. You get that experience, jump up, but it taught me something. It taught me, one, I'll never work for anybody else again in my life
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
I've never experienced that much cash flow.
Yeah.
And then I humbled myself a little bit too, and became a real business owner and start really taking this shit seriously.
Right.
You got to get out of that hood mentality or that fast money, whatever.
Oh, yes.
I had to get serious about credit. Get your personal credit together, you guys.
Right.
I can't stress it. Get your business credit together.
Yes.
Those two things. Mm, it's
Right.
a gem. It was a game changer for me to start getting serious. A lot of times we don't get serious about credit until you get in
And
your
yeah.
mid 30s,
Hmm.
40s. You start, oh,
Yeah.
I need to fix my credit. That was me. That was my life and my journey. Okay.
Yeah.
I went through all the hard stuff, and then light bulb had to come off. I started realizing how much money. I'm like, man, you know what? I could really become a millionaire doing this. Sure, it's hard, but so is working a job. I always tell people that life is hard too. That sucks too.
Yeah.
So pick your hard. What hard you want to do? What side you want to be on at this point? Because that
Mm-hmm.
lifestyle, it sucks as well. So if I was gonna pick my hard, I'm gonna be right here holding it down with my company. I don't care how many mistakes I make. I don't care if the IRS come knocking on my door. I apologize. I'm sorry I made mistakes. I'm gonna try to do whatever I gotta do to run this business. This is where I need to be at. This
Right.
is the money team right here. This is where
Right.
the
Yeah.
money,
Right.
okay? Because I live an abundance lifestyle. I ain't rich yet. It's coming, but I don't live that lifestyle where I have to look at the receipts and count and try to figure out. I ain't on that wave no more.
Right.
If I
Yeah.
Right.
want it, I'm gonna get it. That's the lifestyle I got right now.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know what I mean? It don't matter. But that's what I like.
She on fire right now. She on fire
No,
right now.
no, I understand you. I understand you. I grew up in the hood too, and on the good. So we would my mom would buy us McDonald's. She would buy from the dollar menu when things actually were a dollar.
Mm,
um, and
yeah.
on the good days, she'd be like, "Okay, you can have two items." I'm like, from the dollar
Oh,
menu. so, so those were the good days.
those
So
were the days.
I know what you mean, and
Mhm.
uh, I mean, yeah, just not being that position anymore, it's it's something.
Mm,
It's something crazy.
you're
Yeah,
doing the right thing. Just
yeah.
stick it out.
Please
Stay
stick it
stay
out.
on your 9 to 5. You'll know when it's time to make that transition. Trust
Right.
me, you will feel it in your company. When you see the right numbers in your company, I'm leaving this damn job. Shit,
No,
I ain't got to be here no more. You
Right.
will know when it's time to make that change and
Right.
yeah.
and leave your job. But right now, your job is taking care of you, your family, your wife. Stay there
Mm-hmm.
and grow your business on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hmm.
now the hardest part in the beginning, I feel like, is coming up with the perfect company culture because as you mentioned in the beginning, you have a high turnover. Well, why is that? Okay, nobody cleaning is this is not a sexy industry. We all know. Nobody is like, "Ooh, I want to be cleaning toilets for the rest of my life." No,
Right.
no, nobody likes to clean toilets. A lot of times, cleaners they dread coming to work.
Hmm.
Okay, so why would a person want to work for you? Why are they coming to work for you? How do you get happy cleaners? People that are motivated, people that want to help you grow your business. How do you get those people?
Right.
What are you going to do in your business that is different from your competition? Whoever
Yeah.
the competition is in your city. I always tell my mentees to pay attention to the top dog in your city.
See what
Whatever
they
they're
doing.
doing,
Yeah.
pay attention to what they're doing.
Right.
Pay attention to their employees and why their employees are so happy. Pay attention
Hmm.
to their business model. Okay. Back in the day, I would have worked for one of them. I just want to be on the inside so I could see how the system is flowing. I want
I've been thinking about that too, but I'm like, I don't got time for that.
well now because you're so busy and you started your company and all that. But I did that in the beginning. I worked for 3 different companies. I just want to see. I want to see
Hmm.
how it is. I want to see what kind
Yeah.
of supplies y'all use. I want to see what type of paperwork he give me when he hires me.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I want to pay attention to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then that is your training. You don't even have to hire a coach. Just do that and learn from that.
Yeah.
I mean, the
I,
Nice.
information out there. This is how I learned.
right.
This is how I learned everything that I know. This is one of the best ways, and that's learning hands on. And not only that, but it also teaches you how to clean.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay? They're going to give you the checklist, they're going to give you everything you need. Okay. So that's my advice: work for the top dog in your city. You know what I'm saying? Or if you too busy, then if you got a daughter that's 18, 19 years old, sit her in there and tell her to
Yeah.
work for. You know what I mean? And come back and give us the information how they running things over there.
No,
That
it's
just
funny. It's funny that you
I,
say that.
I like it. I like the fact that you are in your business. A lot of people, they have it so right now that you can start a cleaning business without doing a cleaning. There's nothing wrong with that. But
yeah.
I like what you're doing because you being on the inside now, you know approximately, you know how to bid when you get a contract because you know how long it's going to take You know what I mean? You know how many man hours it's going to take for one person, two people to do that. And now when you go do your quality control, you know exactly what to look for to tell that person, okay, you missed this spot and missed that spot. So I say you're doing good. I say you're doing real good. And
Right.
I'm very proud of you for even taking that step. Like I said
Appreciate
before,
that.
I can't even say that enough because a lot of people feel like, oh, it's too much to start a cleaning business and I don't want to do it. But I just got a question for you. Like, what would you tell somebody else trying to get into the business itself? You know what I mean? What would you tell them?
What do I tell myself?
Yes, come on.
Like,
He is a new.
I
He,
know
he
you
just
knew, but you know, because
3 months.
this is a good time right now because
mhm,
you're actually experiencing everything, every challenge in the beginning,
Mm.
and you haven't given up. You still have tenacity in you to be like, you know what, I gotta keep going. It don't matter what happened, I'm gonna figure it out. You're not depending on nobody else, you're depending on yourself. A lot of people get that misconstrued where they're depending on other people. You get what I'm trying
mhm,
to say, to make their business go. Some people hire a coach to feel like that coach is supposed to grow their business, but their mindset is not right because you
mhm,
have to want to do it for yourself because your company can't run without you. You know what I'm saying? Your coach cannot make your business want to grow more than you. And I can just tell that you are a lot of hands on within your company, and a lot of people are not. And I respect that for you. But just being right now in this very moment, because there's somebody out here that's watching you and they're thinking
They
about
didn't
getting
get started
started,
yet.
you know, and they
yeah.
haven't got started. So like,
What would you tell that person that's watching you now and they haven't got the LLC yet? They still like,
they still thinking about it.
oh no.
Well, I mean, this job is not sexy at all. It's if you're just trying to if you're trying to build some wealth and you don't know what are the industry to jump into, this is an easy industry to jump into. Um, you can just grab yourself some cleaning supplies and start going at it. Because I mean, what you to clean a house, you probably need to spend like maybe $60, and
Right,
on your initial supplies that are not the best supplies, but it's only it's a $60 investment. You can clean your first house can clean what maybe a two bed, two bath, whatever, 150, 140, whatever you want to charge. I mean, you already made the money back that you invested, and then the next houses that you clean that's gonna be pure profit.
right.
So if you're thinking about something to jump into, but you don't know what to jump into, everything's hard. Every business is hard. This one just has a very, very low entry to uh, barrier to entry. Um, you're not gonna have fun in the beginning because it's you're raising a baby right now. When you have a kid, the beginning is not fun at all. Right? It's not fun. But as long as you treat it as your child, you're gonna make sure to build it the proper way, to take care of it in a certain way, and you're just gonna do your best to make sure your baby doesn't die. I
I know
mean,
that's right. I
yeah.
know that's right. Okay, so before we close out with everything, like how did you come up with your pricing? Like how did you do that?
um, Whatever I wanted to pay my employees, I just multiply that by two or so. That's it.
What made you multiply it by two? Why
Yeah,
not multiply it by 3 or 4?
yeah.
Because I'm not crazy. No, I mean, okay. If you're trying to multiply it by three or four, you better you better offer something that nobody else offers. But well, and when I say two, I mean their hourly pay plus their the the employee the payroll taxes. So, for example, if it's $17 that you're paying them, or $20, you just want to multiply by 7.65%. It's going to be uh, just under $22, and then you multiply that by two. I mean, that's how I do it. This because I like to keep the price competitive. but I also want to make sure that my people get paid well. In Texas, 17 an hour is good. I don't know what it is for y'all, but when I tell other people that I pay 17 hours, like, oh, you're such a bad boss. Blah, blah, like, it's that's just how it is down here. Um,
That's cool.
That's pretty average.
Especially if you can put somebody on a full like
A schedule,
8 hours, an 8 hour day,
Yeah.
$17. That's pretty solid. And then 5 days out the week, that's pretty solid.
yeah,
I would say nowadays here in 2023 for Savannah, Georgia, a quote unquote good job
Mhm.
average would be around $4,000 a month. That's like $1,000 a week.
Mhm.
So if you find someone, if you find enough work for that one body, get paid here where we're at, pay them $1,000 a week,
Mhm.
you'll have a solid body. I do know that.
yeah,
Part time would be $2,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? That's part time hours. So that means they ain't
yeah.
working the whole day. You work on like 2-3 hours, maybe 4, and then you going home. You know,
Man, that sounds expensive over there. God.
that's my
Wow.
prices. But that's
Yeah,
what we paying out over here.
yeah.
So,
That's
and that's part time. So
yeah,
they in part time hours, you're gonna make like $2,000 a month for part time. But see, the cost of living, you can get an apartment for. Let me see, my daughter's rent. I pay my daughter's rent. It's
Like
1,700.
yeah. Is that a decent one though, or is it
It's decent. It's
mm,
decent. It's
because
decent.
yeah, my apartment, mine personally, I I think it's less than decent, but it's in a
Mhm.
great area. I pay $900 a month for a 2 bedroom, 1 bath.
What?
Where you say you stay at?
It's in the Galleria area,
Okay, so wait, you said you where
We
in
moving. We
Texas?
moving to Texas.
Houston.
Houston.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I used to stay in Mesquite, Texas, and you said that you're paying $900 for a 2 bedroom.
yeah, like nine. No, okay, it was 845 last year. Now it's like 950, yeah, something like that.
You making a killing. I'm gonna tell you that. That's
They didn't
crazy,
raise some prices in Texas yet.
Right.
right?
So are you? You must be dealing with cheap people. You dealing with the cheap people?
Like
How is
clients,
prices down there?
like clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's the cost of living down here. So, like here, let me see.
Like what? Like how much is a 3 bedroom,
Yeah, I'm
three
curious.
bedroom, two
Yeah.
bathroom home?
I'm gonna tell you how much I charge,
Yeah.
and it's good. Like everybody's happy.
Okay.
The clients are happy. The employees are happy. I'm happy.
Okay.
You said 3 bed, 2 bath.
Mm-hmm.
No, and nothing extra. It's just a regular old clean, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have prices based discounts based off of frequency. So let's just say every 2 weeks, 3 bed, 2 bath, that'll run you, including taxes, 170.49.
170,
Yeah.
Wow.
and that's a general clean.
Hmm. Yeah.
How
Everybody's
long
happy.
taking a cleaner in there?
How long is it gonna clean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Uh,
it'll
2 hours.
take it's probably like 5 or 6 man hours, like 4 to 5, between 4 and 6. It just depends on how dirty it is, but everybody's happy.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and
Dang. Oh, man, that must be a big house.
uh, it just depends. I don't calculate square footage.
Okay.
And funnily enough, I'm actually expensive.
What?
Really?
So
Yeah,
how do you pay your contractors? Because I know you said that you pay your employees like $17 an hour. How are you able to keep your contractors? What do you pay them for that particular type of job?
I pay them 25 an hour, but they provide everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
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 yeah,
So
and
you
no, yeah.
pay them
So
by the hour. You don't pay them by the job.
um, no, so I charge per job and I pay by the hour. I think I've got my formula pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't pay my employees per job. I pay them by the hour, so including travel. Um,
Wow.
so as
Mm.
long as long as I can get a team of 2 to make me $360 in a day, and they make their money, which that'd be probably like 240, what something around there. Yeah, I try to keep it that way, because uh one of the first employees that I had quit because they're like, oh, I'm not getting paid for my travel time, blah blah. I'm like, all right, they already quit, but I don't want the next person to quit because of that.
Right.
So I've been adjusting my prices, and right now I have it to where I'm comfortable. And even then, I get a lot of clients saying I'm expensive, because there's other big companies in Houston that would probably charge like 125, 120 for a 3-bed, 2-bath. I'm like, y'all like crazy. What are y'all paying y'all's employees?
Right. Like,
But
come
you
on.
got to think about their overhead.
Yeah,
Right.
Think about their
that too.
and if you could work on your reviews, you could charge that too.
Yeah, that's true.
You just work on your reviews. You could charge the same thing, find out what their numbers are, and charge exactly what they charge.
Right, right.
And keep your numbers right there.
Are you requiring your contractors to have their own insurance, or do you have the insurance to cover them?
Um, I'm probably gonna have them uh get their own. I don't know about that yet.
Good job. Good job. Have them have their own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not trying to pay, extra for.
Right.
My margins are already right where I want them to be, so I don't need it to go any lower.
You mentioned travel fee for your
Right.
employees. What is your travel fee?
Good question.
No travel fee. I'm travel time. So
Travel
if
time.
if it takes like, so I try to keep it all close. Like if there's a house that's one area, and then there's other houses that want to book in that area, send them that way to kind of lower the travel time, because yeah, in the very very beginning I was trying to get as many jobs as I could, so it was all over Houston, and Houston is big, it's massive, so
Right.
they're over here driving 20 minutes that way, 20 minutes that way, and they got upset about it, and I understand, so they quit, and I'm like, all right, I'll just pay for the travel time and just keep it as close as possible, so that
Right.
it's not hurting our bank account.
Pay for it.
I'm
You pay
sorry.
like what do you pay for? Like $2 an hour, $15? Like how does travel time work?
No, it's just a part of their daily pay. I mean, their hourly pay.
That's already included.
Yeah. So if I'm paying you $17 an hour, you clean a house in 2 hours, you're gonna take 15 minutes to get somewhere else. It's included.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Javier, I know I keep saying one last question, but for real, how do you stay healthy within this journey? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out, because we don't got time to be, how is your diet when you're trying to like work? Like, how do you do this? Like, how do you maintain
It's
everything?
bad. It's bad. I'm eating out a lot right now. My wife and I we don't have time to cook. So we just like, hey, you want to go around the corner, get some McDonald's or whatever, Taco
Right.
Bell.
But how do you now you can still write that off, because you know how often you go out to eat. Is that still considered like just within your business of you going out to eat?
Nah. If it's like a fast food restaurant, if it's I think the rule is 25 miles. If it's 25 miles outside of where you live, then you can write it off. But otherwise, no. Unless you go to a restaurant and you have a business meeting, you can write that off.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a whole lot of business meetings in.
Yeah.
This whole lot of business meetings.
Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to go to a fancy steakhouse, uh, just talk about business for like 5 minutes and it counts as a business meeting. So
So how do you go about proving that was a
right, actual business meeting?
Like, how do you go about proving that?
I mean, that there's no way.
There's actually a way.
No, yeah, you can record your minutes, of course, but I mean, nobody's gonna record every single business meeting that they've had, and the IRS doesn't expect you to record every single meeting that you have. So
Wow. So how can the people get in contact with you, far as because I know you did say that you do CPA like bookkeeping. Like, how can the people get in contact with you for that type of services? Because there's a lot of people out here who need that services for their company.
Hmm. Let's see. Uh, I guess. That's a good question. We've been keeping it very very low key. Um, so I don't know if I want to do
Well, can
that.
you send us a link for us? Can you send us a link so we can like?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we got each other's emails. You can just email me and we'll see. We'll see what
Okay,
happens.
okay. I understand. I
Yeah.
understand. I appreciate your
All
time,
right, Mister.
everything.
We want you to let everybody know where they can meet you at. Like, what's your Instagram, your Facebook,
Yes. Any
your
social
Oh,
media.
business number,
um,
information.
my we our Instagram is tidyhome.cleaning, which is the name of our website. Is tidyhome.cleaning. That's the website. That's the Instagram. That's probably gonna be the Facebook once we make that. Um, my my personal stuff, I don't I don't I don't use anything. I got a LinkedIn,
Mm-hmm.
Javier Medina Tidy Home Cleaning Services. I don't know it, but you can if you Google it, if you Google Javier Medina Tidy Home Cleaning Services, you'll find it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Show the people your logo. You got
Yeah.
your
Oh,
shirt
Show
on.
me your logo.
yeah.
We
It's
want to
the
see the. Oh,
it's
I
Tidy
love
look
Home
it.
Cleaning
Who came
Services.
up with that?
Little sparkle. Huh?
Yeah. Who came up with it?
The logo?
Yeah.
I did.
What?
Yeah.
cool. And where did you
Wow.
get your shirts?
It's this lady that I've been using for years. Uh, Letty's Embroidery. It's in Houston. She does a great job. Her prices are good too. So if you're in Houston and you need to get some shirts printed and embroidered or whatever, hit her up. Letty's Embroidery. Yeah,
Mm, okay,
yeah.
okay. Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you.
It was
Absolutely.
fun,
Out. Did you have any questions
Any final
for us?
words? Any comments?
Yeah.
man. Just don't give up and try to get some sleep.
I know that's right.
You ain't never lied.
All right, Cleaning Nation. You guys heard it from. He's only been in the game 3 months, you guys.
Okay.
So 3 months.
Three.
He know a lot. He doing a lot for 3 months. So
Right.
okay,
Appreciate
he
that. Thank you.
already outsourcing. Okay. So I hope you was able to shed some light and motivate somebody out there that's still scratching their head about starting a damn cleaning company. Okay.
Just do it.
Until the next interview, we're gonna be out closing it out today, you guys. Peace.
Good
Till
night.
next. All right, man.
You have a good one.
You too.